You see a spider on the floor is smaller than your thumb and it genuinely cannot hurt you, not even a little. But your shoulders have already jumped, your hands already pulled back. Some part of you is already scanning the room for an exit. So why does your brain react like it can? By the end of this, the reason will sound almost too simple. And it also explains why some people never react this way at all. This isn't really about spiders. It's about almost anything small enough to be harmless and still able to make a grown adult flinch. A moth bumping into a lamp, a tiny lizard darting across a wall, a garden snake no longer than your forearm. None of these things are actually dangerous to you, and some deep, stubborn part of your brain does not care. Here's the part that explains almost everything else in this video. Your brain isn't measuring the animal in front of you. It's matching it against a pattern that's millions of years old, a short list of shapes and movements that used to matter enormously to your ancestors, long before any of them had ever heard the word harmless. It doesn't check the size, the venom, or whether the thing has any real way to reach you. It just checks, does this match something on the OLD list? A small, quick creature with too many legs, moving in a way nothing else in the room moves, checks enough boxes to set something off. A few specific things trip this alarm almost every time. Sudden movement is one. Something that goes from still to fast with no warning gets noticed before you've consciously registered what it even was. Shape is another. Legs that move in ways mammal legs don't. A body that slides instead of walks. And closeness matters more than almost anything. A spider across the room barely registers, but the same spider on your arm turns into an emergency, because the moment something small crosses into the space your body considers its own, your brain stops treating it as background information. None of this is a mistake your brain is making. It's a trade your brain settled on a long time ago and never renegotiated. A false alarm costs you almost nothing, a jump, a flinch. But missing a real threat could have cost your ancestors everything. So, somewhere back in your wiring, the math got settled permanently in one direction. React first, sort out whether it actually mattered afterward. Your brain would rather make you flinch at 100 harmless spiders than risk staying calm around the one time it wasn't. There's also the question of control, and this is where the fear can grow even bigger than the animal deserves. You know exactly what a spider might do next, about as well as you know what's behind a door you've never opened. It might stay still, it might dart under the couch, it might somehow end up on you before you've even seen it move. That gap, the not knowing, is doing almost as much work as the animal itself. Put the same spider somewhere you can see it clearly and predict its every move, and the fear drops fast. It was never really about the legs, it was about not being able to guess what happens next. Some of this gets built on top of the wiring you were born with. One bad encounter, a spider that actually did end up on your skin once, can lock a reaction in for years. Watching a parent flinch at the same thing as a kid works almost as well. You don't need your own bad experience if you watch someone you trusted have one. Here's the proof, and it's a strange one. Researchers once showed lab raised monkeys, animals that had never seen a snake in their lives, a video of another monkey reacting in fear to one, and within minutes they began showing the same fear response. But the same trick with a fake flower instead of a snake didn't work. No amount of watching a monkey panic over a flower made other monkeys afraid of flowers. The wiring only grabs onto things already on the ancient list. That's the one line answer promised earlier. Your brain isn't afraid of spiders because spiders are dangerous. It's afraid because spiders are on a very old, very specific list of shapes worth reacting to first and questioning later. And nothing you do in one lifetime fully deletes that list. Which is also why not everyone reacts the same way. Some people handle spiders just fine. Not because their brain skipped this wiring, but because it's been updated so many times the alarm stopped feeling worth it. Grow up around them, handle enough of them with nothing bad happening, and the response gets quieter with each repeat. The wiring doesn't disappear, it just runs out of reasons to fire. So the next time something small makes you jump before you've even had time to think, here's what's actually happening. You're not overreacting to the animal in front of you. Your brain never really saw the spider in front of you, the real one, small enough to fit in a teaspoon, more scared of you than you'll ever be of it. What you reacted to was the shadow it's still casting from a much older room, one your ancestors lived in a very long time ago, where reacting first and asking questions later was the only version of you that got to have descendants. If a spider's ever made you jump out of your own skin over something that couldn't have touched you if it tried, send this to someone who does the exact same thing. And if you want more of these, subscribe to the Mind Made Simple.